Many of you had asked me for this video, and although I've tested audio devices costing over 3,000 euros on this channel, today I'm going to show you the best possible combo to get top-tier sound without spending too much. I can only tell you that after using this combo for half a year almost daily, it's impossible to get better sound for less money nowadays. Do you want to know which are the cheapest headphones and DAC with the best sound right now? Well, thanks to Curiosities, a Spanish company specializing in top quality audio, which always has tempting offers for audio lovers. I'm going to show you, among breathtaking landscapes, why, on a daily basis, there's nothing better for less money that has such refined synergy as this pair of high-res devices. And I'm talking about the FiiO FT1 Pro headphones and the FiiO JM21 high-res player with Android. These are low-cost devices, meaning they're among the cheapest from this brand, FiiO, and in fact, you can find the reviews on my channel. My advice is that if you're really interested in this device, watch the full review, because that's where I give all the details. Where is it most obvious that this player is low cost? Well, obviously in its construction, you can tell it's made of plastic, but still, it has everything you'd expect. With a balanced output, but the unlock buttons, which is a bit unusual, are on the left instead of the right. Another thing I didn't like too much is the screen, especially its brightness. Here, for example, you're seeing it at a time when there was little light and it looks fine, but when direct light or some artificial light hits it, honestly, it reflects quite a lot. And at that point, you can also tell they've cut costs. And obviously, this FiiO JM21 includes Android, specifically Android 13, so you can install any app, which gives it a lot of versatility. But you can already see that at some points, for example, here on Instagram, there's a bit of lag. Nothing major that would bother you throughout the day, but it does make you feel that the Snapdragon 680 falls a little short. What definitely doesn't fall short is the power, since this player has 700 milliwatts, which, considering its size, weight, and especially its price, is pretty good for driving even some more demanding headphones. And something that I really liked a lot. This device was introduced in January, so it has received a lot of updates that have made it feel a bit faster. They've also added some features and fixed bugs. And that shows that FiiO is a reliable brand that keeps its devices feeling incredibly smooth. And just to be clear, this is not a sponsored review. Those of you who have been following me for a while already know me, and you know that if I have the chance, I test the devices thoroughly. And at this point, since I really like the synergy between these two devices, I decided to make this video for those of you who don't want to spend too much to get the best audio. And the second half of this great combo, obviously, are these headphones, the FiiO FT1 Pro. I love being able to record with these exquisite, spectacular landscapes in the background that you're seeing throughout the video. And I think it's a good way to try to express what these high-res devices are capable of conveying. That is, with superior sound. In this case, these are open-back headphones with a planar magnetic driver. I think they're the cheapest planar magnetics from FiiO and one of the cheapest overall on the market. They're quite comfortable. I really like the ear pads. They're made of metal and plastic, and, well, something I didn't like. You've heard it before, right? The headband adjusters make some noise just when you move them. But once they're fixed in place, honestly, they feel pretty solid. But, well, just like with the player, they had to cut costs somewhere. I did like the cable more, though. It feels high quality. Plus, it's a braided cable that looks like it'll last for many years. Also, these headphones aren't excessively heavy. I've used them for watching series, movies, and of course for listening to music. Now let's move on to something that surprised me. And when it comes to listening to music, the preferred app hasn't been the FiiO app, but rather this one, Power Amp. Many years ago, in fact, I dedicated some time to this app, which is only available on Android. It's music playback software. I bought it on the Play Store back in the day, and it's one of my Google Play Store purchases that I've appreciated the most because to this day, it's still the best player you can buy, even better than FiiO's. You can already see how the gestures work. It works pretty well. It's surprising, but everything is very smooth. Even though it doesn't have, let's say, the best hardware in the world, and this would be the default app it comes with, FiiO Music. It's not bad, but compared to PowerAmp, I think PowerAmp is a bit better, especially once you're on the album art screen. You can see it's not too fast, especially compared to PowerAmp. On the other hand, as I mentioned, having Android makes it very versatile. You can install any music streaming app. In this case, I usually use Tidal, and honestly, it also works pretty well. It's not the fastest Wi-Fi I've tried, but I insist when it comes to price, in terms of value for money, honestly, it does a really good job. And as always, I usually recommend that you listen to all your music, not just through its micro SD. I want to remind you that you can use one of up to 2 terabytes, but also with streaming music, listen to it in FLAC format, in the lossless format. Let's say the largest one you have, because that's how you're going to get the most out of this type of music device, high res. And something very curious, check this out. I noticed that with the double tap to wake, it doesn't work like that. You actually have to tap it 3 times to wake it up. I don't know why this happens or if future updates will fix it. Just note that to activate the screen, you need 3 taps instead of 2 if you buy it. Something I like is that the album covers are still visible on the lock screen, even though they're from third-party apps. And now let's get to the most important thing with this balanced cable, which is how this combo sounds. In my opinion, it's the best you can buy.
Actualmente a un precio tan bajo.
The good thing about recording these shots when you're talking about high-res audio technology is that they're quite poetic and really capture how this technology sounds. Since the headphones are open back, they sound much more spacious. There's no sensation of being underwater like you get with headphones that have active noise cancellation. The bass, with planar magnetic technology, sounds very fast and very good without being overwhelming. And the mids are very present and sound very clean. Like the treble, the bass, mids, and highs aren't the best I've heard on this channel. But for this price, they're really amazing. If you want to get started in this audiophile world, I think these are 2 key pieces of gear right now for really enjoying your music or any kind of media with impressively good sound quality. As I always do in my audio videos, I'm going to share the track I've listened to the most with this combo in FLAC format, in lossless format, on my Telegram channel. I'll leave the link below in the video description so you can download the music and enjoy it with your best headphones. And now, let's talk about the price, because I think it's the key point of these 2 high-res music devices. And you can already see the FiiO FT1 Pro headphones. They used to cost $249.99. Now they're at $212.49 a deal on Curiosities. I insist that these are the cheapest open-back planar magnetic headphones on the market, or at least one of the cheapest. But pay attention to the player. FiiO JM21 used to cost $229.99, and now it costs $195.49. The truth is that considering, especially that it has Android 13 and 700 mW of power, it's probably one of the most tempting players for audio lovers who don't want to empty their wallets. As always, Curiosities has the best deals. I'll leave both links below in the video description. Let's see if those offers are still available. You know these prices keep changing. In conclusion, in this somewhat special video, which I think I owed to those of you who are audio connoisseurs, but especially to those who want to get started in this fascinating world. And sometimes it's just too expensive, so keep in mind that at this point you don't need to spend too much to get superior sound. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I enjoy reading them. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a like so I can keep recording in these wonderful places. And now, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and see you soon.